At 8, Chicago's Morning Answer continues next on AM 560, The Answer.
Now, from the Signature Bank Studios. Only the biggest stories, only the biggest guests, and only the biggest opinions. This is AM 560, The Answer.
Top of the morning, Dan and Amy. President Trump rallying the faithful in Green Bay yesterday. And a quick turn by the campaign on the Biden garbage comment as Biden has stepped all over Kamala's messaging. Trump not only arriving in a garbage truck, but also donning the safety vest. Oh, yeah. And he explained the touch-and-go decision to wear the safety vest for the rally.
And I said, no way. I got 25,000 people standing outside. I got all these people here. There's no way I'm wearing it on stage. They said, oh, okay, sir. I said, get me my jacket. But if you did, you know, it actually makes you look thinner. I said, oh. And they got me. I said, I want to wear it on stage. When they said I look thinner, I said, in that case, I'll wear it on stage. I may never wear a blue jacket again. I may go.
The ultimate showman. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good meme circulating yesterday. Trump in the safety vest of the garbage guy, and then Trump at that McDonald's. And the caption was, in Biden's America, you know, you have to take two jobs to survive or something like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's very good. He's been in a lot of costumes lately.
Yeah, he's doing something like, you think Harris would ever climb her, suit pant, out wearing outfits up into a garbage truck or go to a McDonald's? I mean, she wouldn't do any of that. It's
funny because in some respects, I mean, it can be a little bit dangerous. You don't want your Dukakis in a tank moment, but he pulls it off. Packers legend Brett Favre. Brett Favre was there yesterday as well, and he took time to address the characterization of Trump supporters as garbage directly.
I want to address the comment that Joe Biden made yesterday, or last night, that said the supporters of Donald Trump, us, or garbage. I can assure you we're not garbage. How dare he say that looking out? I see police officers, teachers, nurses, grandparents, students. I see everyday Americans that make this country great.
For more on what's happening north of the Cheddar Curtain, please be joined again by Senator Ron Johnson, Republican senator from Wisconsin. Senator Johnson, thanks for being with us. Appreciate it.
Good morning, guys. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, you too. Big event yesterday in Green Bay. How does it feel? How does Wisconsin feel to you? You know it well.
That was so much fun to be there last night. First of all, Brett did a fabulous job just speaking from the heart. It was just so genuine, such a genuine endorsement. And then Trump, just quintessential Trump. I don't know how people can hate him. I've said repeatedly, if you spend any time with Donald Trump, you cannot not like him. And if you didn't have the filter of the legacy media, I mean, Americans look at that. I mean, that was as funny a stand-up comedian spot as you could get. He's not a comedian. It was, again, just quintessential Trump. I mean, the whole thing, I got a call from the campaign. Can we get a garbage truck? I have a contractor. They went to work on it. In the end, his campaign staff got the perfect truck. But, I mean, just his story about trying to get up in that. I mean, how old is Trump? He's in his late 70s.
Right.
That would be somewhat daunting. I'm 69. You kind of look at that, and, man, that's a high step.
Yeah.
And said he had the adrenaline rushing, and he did it. But he just laid that whole thing out. It was just so entertaining to listen to Trump, but then so poignant and genuine when Brett Favre said, we're not garbage. And this is the first time he's ever done something like this, Brett Favre. Spoken publicly, politically, endorsing somebody, because he realizes, like Elon Musk and Bobby Kennedy and Tulsi Gabbard, that this is a make or break moment for America, and that Democrat governance is disastrous, and we can't remain on this path much longer. It is Democrats. It's the radical left that are the danger to this democracy, not Donald Trump, not Donald Trump supporters. We're the group that love this country, that want to preserve it and save it.
Well,
it was a great evening.
Yeah. The Harris campaign is trying to downplay Biden's comments, but there still are 3% undecided voters out there. Frank Luntz, who is no friend to Republicans, he said that this could ruin Kamala's campaign. What do you think?
It certainly should. For my part, I said this shouldn't come as any surprise in terms of what Democrat leaders think of half of America. Joe Biden's been accusing us of being potential domestic terrorists. Hillary Clinton, we were deplorable. Obama said, we get bitter and we cling to our guns and religion like that's a problem. But probably the greatest insult that President Obama ever leveled is he said, in 5 days we're going to fundamentally transform America. And I was asked the question, do you even like let's love something you want to fundamentally transform? I always use the analogy. I look up, get up in the morning, look at Jane, my wife, and say, Jane, I love you, and I'm going to change everything about you. Fundamental transformation. President Obama sat in the pew of Reverend Wright, the man who said, no, not God bless America, God, you know what, America. And Barack Obama sat in that pew and listened to that. Michelle Obama said she was never really proud of America till my husband got elected president. That's what the leadership of the Democrat Party thinks of America. And again, I think it was the greatest line of Trump. You cannot lead America if you don't love Americans. And they do not love half of America. And I don't even think they love the other half that much. They just want their votes to give them power.
Yep.
So the feeling on the ground in Wisconsin, we've seen in some of these other swing states that there's pretty heavy turnout in the early voting period from rural counties, which is a good sign. What do you feel about Wisconsin and those suburban and exurban counties having to sort of make up for Milwaukee and Dane?
On the ground, the people who support Trump, that love this country, we're panicked for this nation. We realize this is a make or break moment, so our enthusiasm is sky high. And what I keep saying, if in a sane world with an unbiased media, this election wouldn't even be close. How bad does it have to get? You've just had almost 4 years of a Democrat administration opening up the border, allowing almost 8 million people into this country. That's by the way, a number larger than the population of 38 states. That's what they've done. 40-year high inflation, $1 you held at the start of the Biden administration is now worth 83 cents. All these things have weakened America, emboldened our enemies, so the world's on fire. When America's weak, the world's a very dangerous place. So, how bad does it have to get? But again, the Democrats have the legacy, the corporate media in their back pocket. They're advocates for the left themselves, and it still may be a close election, but it shouldn't be.
It's something else that's on the ballot in Wisconsin I wanted to mention, too, which is that there's an amendment to an amendment to bar non-U.S. citizens from voting. You wouldn't think that would be much in controversy, but that's also a commentary on where we are and where we are with that other party.
Well, that says it all, doesn't it? Democrats, they want to have illegal immigrants vote. They want to make it easy to cheat, because they want to cheat, and they do cheat. And that's why we keep saying we need such an overwhelming result that the result is too big to rig. So, no, I'm highly concerned about what Democrats have planned, what they're implementing right now. We see it across the country. Illegal immigrants have been registered to vote, sometimes without their knowledge. Investigations in Pennsylvania about illegal immigrants, non-citizens being registered to vote. And we also have a great Senate candidate, Eric Hovde, Tammy Baldwin's entire campaign, the Democrat presidential candidate, Kamala Harris, it's all been just a pack of lies. That's all they have. And what drove me nuts is Kamala Harris said that the Republican playbook, we got to end this playbook of fear and division. So, are you kidding me? That is your playbook, right? Fear, division, and add lies. Clear division lines. That's all the Democrats have. But I'd love to have Eric Hovde. If you want to help him, EricHovde.com. He needs some resources to refute the lies.
Yeah, they
he's
have
closing in on Tammy Baldwin.
They have the fear and the anger and the lies and the projection. That's their playbook. That's exactly right. If things do go well on Tuesday, and races like Hovde's do come in, Trump obviously, and you find yourself in a Senate majority come next year, what are your priorities going to be? Where do you think the Republican Party either should prioritize or divide up labor so as much can get done as quickly as possible?
Well, if we do run the table, we'll be like the dog that caught the car. Okay, I mean, there are such massive problems here. I would say the first order of business is prevent a $4 trillion plus automatic tax increase in 2026. We've got to get spending under control. I mean, there's no way we can continue to mortgage our children's future this way. Obviously, secure the border. President Trump will be able to use the executive authority he has. We'll certainly try to enhance that executive authority, but Democrats don't want to do that. I mean, they don't want a secure border. They wanted this open border. So they're not going to help us to actually secure the border. So President Trump will have to do it the way he did it in 2019. But those are the main priorities. We've got to get spending out of control. We've got to prevent a tax increase. President Trump will reduce regulations. Again, our economy should do well under President Trump. But again, there will be no help from Democrats in Congress whatsoever. They'll do everything they can to poison the well. It's going to be a challenge for President Trump not to be undermined by the deep state. Who he chooses to have these agencies, that he's got to pick really strong people that can get in there and make sure the agencies are actually working with him as opposed to against him.
Well, if the Republicans do take over the Senate, who would you like to see as Senate Majority Leader?
Rick Scott, without a question. I mean, he's an extraordinary individual. I mean, really a self-made man, raised by a single mom, put himself through college, GI Bill, served in the Navy. Was the 8th largest employer in America when he ran the hospitals, became a very successful governor. We need somebody serious like Rick Scott who understands these challenges. You won't hide from them. You won't just be thinking about, okay, we got to win the majority or keep the majority, but will actually address these problems in a very thoughtful way. So I think the choice is clear. I just hope everybody puts pressure on their Republican member of the Senate to vote for Rick Scott.
And in 2020, obviously there were some questions surrounding the administration of the election in Milwaukee County. What's your confidence level in terms of the ballot security integrity programs that the Trump campaign, the local and state Republican parties are running in places like Milwaukee County this go around?
So we've done a very good job of recruiting poll workers who you have to do that a year ahead. They're paid, they're trained. It worked in 2022. I had a close race, but Milwaukee had their results in by 11 o'clock at night. I didn't have to worry about, are they going to find votes in Milwaukee, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So that worked pretty well. Again, my main concern is illegal immigrants voting. Tony Evers has not provided the security on driver's licenses. We have same-day registration. So I'm concerned about that. But, again, we've got those poll workers in place. We've got attorneys that are putting challenges for anything that looks untoward in these elections. So we've done what we can, but again, it's hard to anticipate the number of different ways that Democrats are willing to cheat. I mean, just look at smurfing. The millions of dollars flowing in through Act Blue.
Yeah.
These donors have made tens of thousands of donations without their knowledge. I mean, it's obvious violation, but Christopher Wray, FBI director, completely clueless about it. Again, the deep state is a real problem. That's one of the things that Donald Trump has to address.
And I think it's very strange. I have liberal friends who, yet again, are driving to Wisconsin to be election judges. And I just think that we should keep them out of Wisconsin.
Just as long as they don't vote.
Well,
right. Yeah, right.
They better not.
Senator Ron Johnson, Republican from Wisconsin. Senator, thank you as always. Appreciate it.
Have a great day.
You too, and he joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.
Hear about the big stories of the day, then talk about them right here on Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
After decades of treasured experiences and cherished moments, you want to feel the best that you can. Whether it's cheering on your grandchildren at their baseball games, planting new flowers in your yard, or simply spending quality time with loved ones. Take Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies